Okay, let's talk about the World Cup layout. My name's Greg, and you're watching How to Play Paintball. Okay, so before we get started, remember that the raffle for this jersey, or actually I have a clean one, don't worry, is still live. So on Sunday at World Cup, I'll be putting that into the vlog video. So make sure that you enter if you haven't already, or you can just buy your own, get your name on the back, and whatever number you want to put on there also. So I'm going to keep my mask on because some of our guys are still doing some shots, but I wanted to walk through the field and show you some of the stuff that we found. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit awkward because I have my guys over there, and so I'm going to go, I know it's windy, I apologize for that, but I'm going to go from the Dorito side over and just kind of show you some of the things that we had seen. So from this corner, this actually is a lot better of a bunker than I thought it was going to be. So you can stand up and shoot over into a lot of stuff, but you really need to be careful. This field has so many shots over the top that are going to make it really difficult to stay alive. So you want to make sure that you're playing tight, but keeping an eye on what is it that is that's going on. Now with this move up to this Dorito, that can is able to shoot through here, but it should be that if you stay low enough, you can crawl up. Now you always want to double check that at the event. Sometimes the fields are a little bit different than what you practiced, so you want to make sure that when you are coming up, if that can is shooting, you need to stay low and use these bunkers to your advantage. So coming up to this little Dorito, now this is one that it's not terrible. You are able to kind of wrap. You can see how it's a little bit further out, but you need to be careful because they can take a couple steps out. And then you do have, again, that can is going to be a really big issue from that snake side. So with this, I would probably use this more as a transition bunker. This isn't one that I would say you want to come here and just try to survive. Coming up to this Dorito, you have a great shot into the snake. So you're able to do a lot of good damage shooting over that way. But I think there is, yeah, so with this Dorito, if you do need to go, again, you need to, that can is going to be a huge issue for you. Also, the center brick. So that guy's going to be able to kind of cut up and slow you down with what it is that you're trying to do. Usually if you're staying pretty low, you should be okay. I did get shot a couple times trying to run out, and I was too high and kind of ran over instead of diving low across, and did get shot. So if you stay low, because of the way that the Doritos come down like that, you're gonna be okay for the most part. Okay, so this Dorito, the main guy that you really need to worry about is that brick. That brick is really going to put in a lot of pressure for you to get up. I know that it was kind of windy, so it's a little bit unstaked, so I know that, but that brick is going to be a lot of an issue. So you need to make sure that that guy gets put in, and you are able to put a little bit of pressure on him, shoot the pin, and that should be able to skip in pretty well. You need to be careful, of course, because shooting this higher point here, you're going to be, yeah, it's going to be kind of an issue. So coming around, if you can check that guy off, or actually let me go to this Dorito. So if you need to, you could always skip over to here, and then you're able to still do a little bit of damage. You just need to be careful because they can come up and you're not going to have any clue whatsoever that they're here trying to wrap. So when you're doing that, if you're trying to wrap around here and go to work, if you need to make sure that you're 100% confident that there's no one over here, because that guy can come around here, and if there's no one shooting down the tape, they're going to be able to come around and wrap and shoot you pretty easily. Same thing, again, this brick, I'm telling you, is going to be a nightmare for Dorito players trying to get through here, as well as that can. Both of those are going to be good for that. So I know that this is offset. Let me move this a little bit. Did get unstaked. So if you can get here, this is obviously going to be a great spot to get to. You can back up a little bit, shoot into the snake. If you can, and wrap around and come around here, again, I'm telling you, this can and the brick are going to be a huge issue, but you're able to make this jump if you need to, or if you're able to, And if you can get to their side of the field, you can see you have a little bit of a gap going into the 50 snake. And if they are in the snake, little W, whatever it is that you guys are going to call it, we have our own codes. I'm not going to tell you what those are, but same thing with shooting into that. Now, of course, if they have a brick, you can't back off. You're not going to be able to do that. But if you play this wrap, you're going to be able to do a lot more damage down the field. If they have anyone here, you can still come up to here. I did this against the Ironman, I think. Or no, it wasn't the Ironman. It was CEP. Whoever it was. We were practicing a couple different teams. You can come here and kind of wrap in on people and also surprise anyone at this Dorito. So if you can come up, you're going to be able to shoot into a lot of different bunkers. If someone is close enough, I would say probably go and bunker them. This Dorito side is very, very intense. It's going to be one that is real difficult to it's just very, very quick movements and quick decisions on what it is that you need to do. So if I come to this tower, these towers actually weren't terrible to come to. It's just that you're putting yourself in a bad situation, but you might be able to catch a couple people with you know, an inside shot or something like that. You know, let's say that you came here, one of the guys had surprised me here when I tried to fill out, and he had come up to this tower. Or actually, I take that back, it was this one. So this tower, you're able to shoot in on some people, and he did a good job surprising me. But you still have some shots over here that people can kind of come through and shoot you. So this isn't going to be one that I would say come to this or that tower unless it's kind of closing out a point. Those are going to be the ones that are going to be better. Okay. All right, let's go over. I'm going to come over to the other side of the field. This tower here, so I know there's really not a back center, but we can just call this back center for now. You do have some good drop shots over the top. You want to really practice those and make sure that you can drop those in. And you are able to see a little bit if they try to go into the snake. There's the Dorito over there is going to be better for shooting that. And then that can, and actually I'll go back over there, but you can shoot a little bit over here, but you can see there's a lot blocking you out. So this isn't going to be the best spot to be able to stop anything. And I would go to this can to talk about it, but I would use that more as a transition. You can shoot a blind shot into this can, which is good, but they're practicing a lane right here, so I'm not going to walk through it. Hopefully you guys understand. So let's move over to this can. So this can, there's a lot of good cross shots. You are able to see a little bit on the Dorito side. Like I said, this can is going to be able to shoot decent gaps, kind of shooting in between if people are trying to go through. So it's something that you want to make sure that this guy you check off. Same thing with the center. We'll talk about the brick in a second here, but this guy was giving us a lot of issues because they can drop it through. I don't know if you can see that, but we were talking about it in the Dorito corner. They can drop it into there and through those gaps. It's a little bit of a blind shot, but they are able to shoot there. And then if they need to, they can kind of roll off and shoot into the Dorito. Now, if you're coming up here, this is a no man's land. So you really, if you're going to commit, you need to commit to the center here. But you are able to do some good containment. So, you know, like shooting over, you have some containment there. You're able to shoot and kind of maybe catch people. The issue is that you don't have a lot that you can fall into. So you just need to know that if you get here, I probably wouldn't say too much and I would just wait on this gap. Like if they get further up the Dorito and you come up here, you can shoot that gap there or that gap there. So you don't want it to be that they know that you're here. Another good one though is coming and looking at the snake way. So what you're going to do in the center is really going to depend on what happened on the field. If you need to cut down on the Dorito side, obviously go over there. But if they're doing well on the snake side and you want to contain them, this isn't a bad spot to do that. Of course, we have that Dorito like I'd mentioned. But this spot over here, you can shoot and actually see the guy trying to fill out as well as that can. And if anyone tried to, like let's say they got into the snake, you can run up into here. Of course, checking off the center. All of this, that's the caveat, is you need to make sure that you're checking things off. But if they do get into the snake, you can come up and, I'll show you. You can come up here and shoot into the 50 snake. So that's gonna help you with that. Also, you can come here sorry about all the wind. You can come here and do an even better job, and they can't really battle you. They're gonna have to either trade with you, trying to get across, or an issue here. So sorry, people are doing some drills while I'm trying to do this. So if they're trying to come around into here and you were at the brick, it might not be bad for you to come here and shoot this way, but you need to make sure that you have someone that is looking through here. All right, let's talk about this snake side. So again, sorry that you're gonna hear some other people. So don't worry, still got my mask on. So make sure that you're safe, okay guys? But coming out to this Aztec, that home has a good shot into here. So that's one that you really need to make sure that you change up how you're coming in, so that way they don't know where to actually shoot. Now, I didn't play the snake side a whole lot, so I'm gonna tell you what it is that I saw. So I apologize to my snake players, but I'm more of a center Dorito player for the Kings. This snake corner actually isn't bad. It's just that you have a huge area that you have to get past to stay alive, but you can come here, and if they get to the snake and they try to wrap, you can destroy that guy, or wrap around and be able to do some work here. Now with this bunker, I know some people were playing it. I personally wouldn't be a fan of it, but you could use it as a transition to have just something different. With all of these, okay, so all my snake players, really watch and see where the paint is coming, because you might be able to launch real low and dive across and you would be okay. But it's something that when you're coming up, you just need to be looking for any of those drop shots that keep coming across, and you can get sneaky in here. So coming across even into here, and then, you know, wrapping, trying to do some damage. Let me come across over to the 50 snake, or actually I'll come around to here. So coming across into here, I mean, you can get kind of lost in here, move back and forth. I think the better snake players, you're gonna see them, that they're moving back and forth, and it's gonna be real difficult for people to stay alive. Now, you do have an inside shot if someone is in that Dorito, but remember, all of these shots are the same ones coming back as well. But if I was a snake player, I'd be looking to play this wrap so I can stand up more. So once you get people eliminated, one, you're gonna be able to stop them from trying to do anything. If they try to come to the snake, you should be able to go and get them, but you can start picking up packs because, or people that are trying to shoot cross, which might open up that your Dorito side can then move up. But it's just something that if I was a snake player on this field, I would wanna come here and wrap. There are some good shots on the inside, but I would wanna come over here and wrap and shoot into those different bunkers. All right, everyone, so hopefully that helps you out. I didn't want to tell you everything that we saw because I know some of you we might be playing against. So I will see you all at World Cup. I will be doing my usual daily vlog, so make sure that you like and subscribe and click the bell button so that way you can see all those. It'd be great to be able to meet some of you, so be sure to say hi. If I seem kind of standoffish because we're about to go play, I don't mean anything negative by that. It's just that I might be focusing on playing. But it'd be great to be able to meet all of you, so please say hi. Don't think that I'm gonna be a jerk. I apologize if I come across as one. It's just that I might be focused on the game at hand. So hopefully, again, this helped you all out, and as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.